Hello and welcome back to the to-do list. So what is on the jobs list for this week? We are going to start weeding our beds. So if you're like me, you have left your beds all winter, you haven't touched them. I didn't pull up the old plants at the end of the season last year, I just left them. Now the reason I did this is because one, I'm lazy, gotta be honest with you, and two, there's the whole kind of theory around if you leave your beds completely open that the rainwater and the weather and everything will just wash all the nutrients away, and that you're better off to have some sort of cover on top of the beds. Now some people use a green manure, some people use like a physical cover. I just left the plants that were there and I left the weeds, because the way I see it is any weeds that are grown or any plants that are grown that I clear out of the beds now, they are going to be pure nutrients to add into my compost bays, and they recover in the soil so it wouldn't get eroded by the weather. So now the time of the year that we're in the spring, it's March now, so this is prime time for any of those little weed seedlings, any of those little weed plants that have started. They are going to start absolutely belting out of it because the weather is getting milder and it's the time of year for it. So before they take over the beds, and in particular at the minute I'm going to focus on the beds that are self-seeding for me, they are going to take over and I don't want them to smother the plants that have self-seeded, so I'm going to get in and start to weed them. Now when I talk about beds that have self-seeded, I have a particular interest in this one here, which is my foxglove bed. I grew foxgloves here last year and they are known to be a prolific self-seeder, which is just as well for me because I forgot to sow any of them. You can see there the plants are starting to come through. They're quite strong plants, but the weeds, in particular the grass, is starting to come through as well, and I really don't want them smothered because I am depending on seeds. They're a biennial, so if I sow them now I won't get any flowers this year, but because I have them on the go since last autumn, I should get flowers. So let's get in and weed this bed. So there you have it, job done. And it actually wasn't as bad as the job as I thought it was going to be. I just put on my headphones, put on some good music and just got stuck in, and I'm really glad I've done it now because there was actually more plants there than I realised, and as I said, there was a couple of weeds strangling little small plants, so they'll have a chance to come on now. So yeah, very happy I got it done. Add it to your jobs list and get it done this week.